At the start of 2023, I wanted to make a change. I was tired of wasting my time, constantly distracting myself, waiting for life to happen to me. I remember spending countless nights, from turning 19 wishing to turning 20 wishing, if life could be different, and honestly, it was pretty depressing. As the days became more monotonous, I realized that I couldn't keep repeating the cycle. So with 2023 approaching, I figured if there was a perfect time to seize the opportunity and change, it would be now. And so, I went after it. With a new sense of direction and chasing my passion for filmmaking, I was motivated to make sure that 2023 would be a year I would not regret. I wanted a complete change and created a list of goals that I made sure to achieve by the end of the year. And here's how everything went. I really wanted to change, to be more disciplined and successful. And one way to achieve all of this was to create a list of goals and achieve them all by the end of the year. Some of them included one video every week, hit 100,000 subscribers, become fluent in Japanese, work out 5 days a week, and maintain a 4.0 GPA for the term. But honestly, despite having the most motivation from the new start, there really wasn't anything to remember during this time. After the first 2 weeks, I slowly went back to my old ways and continued to procrastinate on my goals. Then January had passed, then February, then March, April, May, and by June, I was still stuck at the same place I was during the beginning and failed all my plans. Looking back, it's easy to call these times as failures. But as once said,
Every year you work towards something, towards a goal. It's not a failure, it's steps to success.
Even though those 6 months passed by, I definitely learned that trying to make big changes all at once isn't sustainable, and should have planned and incorporated small incremental improvements in my daily routine instead. But this did set me up for the next moments of the year, where things started to click. Summer had finally arrived in June. A nice long break to refresh, but that's what I've already been doing these past 6 months. While working remotely for the period, I decided to make an effort to work on my goals and get my life back on track. But instead of making big changes all at once, I took a more slow and gradual approach to everything. And suddenly I started gaining momentum. What started in June spiraled into a significant amount of progress leading up to October. From meditating to writing down ideas to starting workouts again, to spending more time on different activities, created a routine that resulted in a lot of growth. I had made significant progress in my goals and was the most physically and mentally disciplined I had been these past years. Looking back, I learned several important lessons, some of which I made into videos, including to chase your passions and that everything takes time. I mainly learned that if you want something, you have to work for it, that everything is earned and not given. And through discipline, you have to show up especially when you don't feel like it, because those days are where the most growth lies. With the fall season arriving, I had to go back to university, but honestly, I didn't really care. I was already in such a good momentum with my goals, continuously seeing growth and progress. But since university was still important, I had to find a way to balance everything out. However, in October and November, I ended up feeling overwhelmed, which led to feelings of being lost and depressed. I began to doubt my chances of becoming a YouTuber after reflecting everything, and was stressed about my midterm marks and how they would affect my future. With both of my career paths at risk, I felt completely lost and unsure of the direction I was heading in life. Even though I'm still lost, there's honestly a lot to reflect on when looking back. I learned that you can't really balance everything, as trying really resulted in nothing, and I definitely need to think about what I need to sacrifice in the future. I also learned the importance of setbacks, as reflecting on these times allowed me to learn and grow to become one step closer to who I want to be. And finally, despite all these hard times, I learned of the beauty of life. Through gratitude, we should slow down, focus on the present, and appreciate all the little things we have in our lives, as everything is ever so temporary. And now, I guess we're here. Looking back at this year, I clearly didn't achieve the goals I set during the beginning of the year. But that doesn't necessarily mean that 2023 was a waste of time. In life, we always believe that life will get better after accomplishing that specific goal. But this year, I learned that the process is ultimately what matters most. It's about who we become as a result. I might not have hit 100k subscribers or even 100 subscribers, but the process of creating videos throughout these months honestly made me learn a lot and gave me a sense of purpose. And even though I'm still not fluent in Japanese or achieved a Leon Edwards-like physique, showing up especially when I didn't feel like it time and time again made me more disciplined than ever. Even though the numbers don't reflect it, and I definitely didn't achieve my goals, the progress, growth, learning, and experience ultimately made me one step closer to the person I want to be in the future. So with 2024 right around the corner, I can't wait to carry all this momentum to create all the ideas I have in my head and embark on many different and new experiences. So let's do this together.